All right, all right. It's Monday. It's live at 4:50. So sorry if we're a little early today, but it's Monday. If you're new here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a community breakdown on a brand new community in Haines City, Florida. My name is Christian Clay. I'm the team lead of the FLA group. We're licensed realtors that are experts in our areas, and we couldn't do a Haines City community without bringing on Mr. Joshua Willis, who's also an expert in his kind of Four Corners, Davenport, Haines City area. I mean, heck, at this point, you might as well just cut the state in half and be like, this is your half of the state here. But welcome, man. Welcome. What do we have today?
So today we got a beautiful community out in Haines City, Florida. This is Marion Creek by Taylor Morrison. You're kind of out away from the city, kind of in its own little secluded area.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful conservation area. It's kind of like your own little natural sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got all kinds of walking trails, nature. I mean, you see on the driving tour coming in, I mean, there's even some dead carcasses on the side of the road.
It's a little further out than some people may expect moving to Florida. This is what Florida is. Before we push a little further into breaking down the community, just what to expect. This is a drive into the community, but what you should expect today, okay? We're going to talk about everything that you need to know about this community. I mean, everything. We're going to go over proximity to some of the major things. We're going to talk about stats and features, all the numbers, HOA, price points, everything, schools, jobs, lifestyle. We're going to give you a home tour, believe it or not. We're going to talk about all the numbers there and what the buying process is like if you wanted to make the move, right? We're going to break down numbers for you. We're going to show it on the screen. Our objective here is to make sure that we answer all of your questions. And if we don't answer all of your questions, maybe you can chime in on the live or just drop a comment down below, or you see our information floating above, you just shoot us a call or email, text, whatever, and we'll be able to get it to you. All right, the floor is yours, man. Hit us with the numbers on this community.
All right, so you got a little bit smaller community here. You're going to have about 214 homes once it's all said and done. You got a variety of floor plans. You got 9 altogether. They range anywhere from 3 beds to 6 beds, 2 baths to 4 baths. You got 1,455 square feet, all the way up to 2,669. The prices range anywhere from the 325-ish up to 425, 430, somewhere up in there. They are, you're going to have mostly 40-foot lots out here. There are a few 50. Some of them do back up to retention ponds and such, so you'll have a little bit more yard to play with in those instances. But just all together, a beautiful community out all by itself.
For sure. Let me give everybody a quick map so they can see where we're going. Sorry.
Huge news on this one. There is no CDD.
Oh, crap.
HOA is only $87, and there are a lot of amenities out here. So you're going to have a pool, you're going to have a cabana, you're going to have a tot lot, a butterfly garden, and then all the conservation area and walking trails around you as well.
Man, another one of those communities. I feel like we've been finding them for the people, man. Everybody wants them. I want all of this good stuff with no CDD. It seems like we've been finding them. Thanks for timing me out. Hey, I'm interested in seeing that butterfly garden. It's Monday, right? We're trying to get it out. That's my excuse every time.
I kind of want to see it myself. I don't think I've ever seen one.
I've seen a butterfly, like when I was young, I have. But I want to see one as an amenity in the community. I want to see what they say as, hey, this is your amenity. All right, let's look at where we are at, because we've recently sold one, and this may continue to zoom out on me. So here is the city of Haines City, right? Here's Highway 27. Let me just give you a little zoom out. Tampa, Lakeland, Orlando. This is the community that we're looking at right here. It's right above Lake Marion. And just for proximity reasons, right now, this time of day, it's about an hour to Disney, an hour and 8 minutes to downtown Orlando. And believe it or not, you can shave off maybe 15 minutes of that at a reasonable time, but this is when all of the traffic is going to hit right now. An hour and 24 minutes to the airport. You see this red right here? That is Interstate I-4. That is where you're going to be sitting around for about 25 minutes. This is pretty cool, though. So 15 minutes to Publix on the west side of the community. 14 minutes to Publix going into Point Siena on the east side of the community. You're about 10 minutes to a hospital. I think you're going to talk a little bit about that later on. And then Posner Park, where you're going to be getting all of your shopping done, is about 25, 27 minutes away. So Target, Best Buy, BJ's, movie theater, Dick's Sporting Goods, so you can go get your putters and your golf clubs. I think that's what we're going to celebrate. We're going to go get our golf clubs fitted for. So,
And also, there's actually a brand new Publix Plaza that's going in probably 10 minutes down the road. It isn't built yet, so it isn't going to show you proximity to that one.
That's going to be really, really, really big. And if you go into Point Siena, which is maybe a 12-minute drive, maybe less than that, they have quite a bit going on in there, right? That's where your hospital is. That's where your Publix is. But they have some like food joints in there as well. Kind of a little town center, but don't expect much out of it. I would say if you want to do a lot of things, go into Posner Park, which is 27 minutes away, or even Champions Gate, which is really coming along, the exterior of Champions Gate.
And they just put in that brand new Cypress Parkway that gives you quick access to Davenport from here.
That is right. We have been getting a lot of people asking about Point Siena. So not quite Point Siena. This is the city of Haines City. There's a community that's by Taylor Morrison that's next door, and it's Kissimmee. So you got Polk County, one community, and the next community over is Osceola County. So you're literally on the border of both of them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've lived in this area forever, and I had to pull my Google Maps out when I was here to see if it's considered Haines City or Kissimmee because it's so close to each other.
So let's who do you think that this community is for? I guess you said that, people that don't want to be inside the hustle and bustle of everything, right?
Yeah, so more of your nature enthusiasts are going to be the ones that enjoy this community. If you want to be dead in the city, dead in the middle of everything, this probably isn't going to be for you. But the people that kind of want to be away from everything but still close, surrounded by nature, this is going to be the one for you.
This is one
because you also have Lake Marion Wildlife Management Area, literally right next door, where you can do hunting, camping, biking, walk the trails, go fishing.
Florida things.
A lot of Florida things to do in this area.
I guess we got Florida things come in many different shapes and sizes, but outdoorsman stuff is one of them. It's not all about theme parks and shopping and sunshine and beaches. There's a lot more. So, and especially so this area, you'll feel it is a little more rural. What about jobs?
So, as you know, healthcare workers are, in big demand around here. You have the Point Siena Medical Center that's maybe 5 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
Truckers are also in big demand. McLean is only about 20 minutes down the road. And they just put in that big, huge Amazon warehouse down the road. So you got the warehouse jobs and clerical jobs all over there. And that's only about 30 minutes down the road. So a lot of job opportunities in this area.
For sure. And you hit it on the head with the Amazon warehouse. I think they're becoming one of Central Florida's largest employer. Publix actually is right now, but I think Amazon, they're putting a lot of warehouses in this area. We're seeing a lot of people transferring to Amazon to come to this, not specifically Haines City, but just kind of Central Florida. And, having a community like this where we can keep you under 400,000, almost any of the homes that they do have would be, really huge. But,
yeah, and you have a couple schools close by. You have Eastside Elementary and Lake Marion Creek Middle School, both within about 11 minutes of this community.
That's huge. Got to have your schools close by. All right, so let's hop into a home tour for everybody that's watching here, so you can see at least a model that they do have, and we want to go over the home buying process with you. We want to make sure that we break down the numbers so you have somewhat of an understanding of what it would take to buy. We don't want to just entertain you. We want to make sure that we're giving you the info here. So let's get it. So this is I don't know. So just kind of looking in the community, it seems like they just have like modern contemporary style homes. They don't really mix up the architectural styles. They'll do some of the hardy board siding on the 2-story homes. But for the most part, you're just going to get your stucco exteriors and some of your stone on the front elevation here. But just to rewind us back here, that's a good size front porch, yeah?
And on top of that, I mean, Taylor Morrison is 8 years running for America's most trusted builder.
We got to see where they got that from. It's possible. I'm pretty sure every builder, but they are a really good builder. We've closed a few Taylor Morrison homes. They have great
It's
customer service. They do a really good job with their building process. All right, what are the stats on this particular home here?
so you got this is the Magnolia model. You got a 4.3 two-car garage, 2,100 square feet, and with these homes out here, they're pretty much all going to be spec. As you see, is what you get. But they do a really good job of designing these homes and keeping them affordable. As you see in this first bathroom, you got the vanity mirror, you got your shower tub combo, the 18-inch tiles. And they keep it basic, but they make it look nice and keep it affordable for you.
Yep, and that's the objective here. I can show you $1 million Taylor Morrison homes, so they have the ability to build a very luxe, high-end home. But out here, what they're doing is trying to make it affordable for you. So just like Josh said, is it's all specced out. They know the countertops that are going in. They know the tile that's going in the carpet. And you may be asking yourself, well, what do they benefit from that? Well, if they can buy a bunch of supplies, the same type of supplies, it keeps the cost down, right? Imagine buying 1,000 shirts. Your costs are going to be a lot lower than buying 20 of these shirts, 20 of those shirts, if that makes sense at all. So therefore, you're not going to get a bunch of different types of finishes. Most of these homes are probably going to have this 18 by 18 inch square tile in it. But then again, you're going to get a home that's very, very affordable. So, it's the trade-off that you do get. And a home like this, I mean, we can get you under 400,000. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you got the big open floor plan, got a nice size island,
Yeah.
probably around what, 4 seats you say?
Yeah. Maybe 5. I don't know. We'd have to check that out. But that
It's
is a big.
they kind of got them catty cornered, so you can't really tell, but I'm sure we can at minimum get 4 there.
Yeah, maybe 5 too, but yeah, we'll say 4. Shaker style cabinets. I'm pretty sure that they're going to just be doing whites, grays, maybe some sort of wood tone, but maybe giving you 3 options to choose from as far as the coloring.
And a big thing with this community, all appliances are included. All GE appliances, stainless steel, all included.
That's huge, man. Next episode, I'm going to pull up the cost for refrigerator for sure, but then your washer and dryer as well, because they can get freaking expensive. They can get freaking
Yes,
expensive.
they can.
All right, let's see what we have here. 2,100 square foot.
Yep.
That's a good size pantry, man. We're gonna give them 4.3 stars there. 4.3 stars. Obviously, like if it was higher end with the shelving and stuff, it could really go up. But for a 2,100 square foot home under 400,000, what are we looking price point here? What are we looking?
This one runs you about 330, I believe.
Really? That's huge,
It's
man.
it's it's right around that 330 mark.
That is huge.
Nice big great room.
Very nice. So you won't get things like your pendant lights above the island, but those are things that you can add in when you move in. This is a good size covered lanai right here. I
They do
think
make these doors dummy proof. That's why it took me so long to get out.
I think a lot of people overlook the covered lanai aspect when buying a home, and you don't realize until you move in, because I get it. You're coming from out of state. You're coming from New York, New Jersey. You're coming from Pennsylvania, and you don't realize until you're halfway through the year, like, man, I don't really have a place to hang out outside. It's easy to overlook. I get it, but you're gonna want to have a covered lanai. You don't need to have one, but you'll realize that, hey, when the weather is nice, I need a place where I can hang out outside, and the covered lanai is huge.
Yeah, there's nothing more comforting than sitting outside while it's, raining, sprinkling, and just sitting there just watching. It's
Yep.
just very peaceful. You can't do that without a covered lanai.
Must have. Must have. Yeah, 2,100 square foot. This is comparable to D.R. Horton's Cali, which theirs is like 18, almost 1,900 square foot. So it's bigger, comparable in price point. I think it's being built by a builder that's known to be doing more quality as far as their finishes, but putting it at a price point that's very, very competitive. So what did we see so far? We saw 1, 2, 3. I think we still need to see the primary.
This This is the second here. This is only the second one we've
Oh,
seen.
okay.
We've seen the
Okay.
first bedroom, first bathroom, and then a
So,
laundry room.
and this is a hall. Got you. This is different. Okay, sorry. So let me rewind back here. Let me rewind back. So traditionally, what you'll see in most homes is you'll see these two bedrooms one here with the shared bathroom in the middle. They have one bedroom with the, it's not an ensuite, but like you walk right outside of the room and you have your bathroom here. And then you have this room here. Did I just mess that up? Maybe I did. Okay, cool. So we just
Yeah,
came out of this room and I'm over here blabbing, right? I'm like, yeah, we seen three. So your two bedrooms are on the total opposite side of the home. And here's your shared bathroom right here. So it's a 4-3, yeah?
yeah, 4-3.
This is big. This is big, man. I think this is way more functional than your competitors' four-bedroom home, especially the ranch style. Most competitors are going to have something around this square foot range that's a single story home, four-bedroom, entry-level home. This one's huge because you can have somebody at the front of the house, whether it's the mother-in-law or the older sibling, and they have their own bathroom, and then the younger two or whoever can share this bathroom here. Big. Love,
Yeah,
love,
and you'll
love.
notice with the second bathroom, you had the linen closet inside the bathroom, whereas the first you had it outside of the bathroom.
You got to have one of them kind of in the main area. So that's a smart little aspect there. So let's, I guess while we're waiting here, what's the current incentive right now with this particular builder? What are they doing?
So we can go 499 conventional, we can go 485 FHA, and 15K towards your closing cost.
Gotcha. So what that means is your interest rate. It's what you owe. Every time you take out a loan, there's typically going to be an interest rate that's on the loan. And right now, nationally, we're seeing about 7% nationally, give or take. But this builder has an incentive. They've already purchased a bulk of loans and they're able to give you a loan if you use their lender at a 4.89, you said, for FHA. That's huge. So, we'll show you the difference between a 7% and a 4.85. 4.85 is what you said.
Yeah, 485 FHA,
And
499
$15,000
conventional.
towards your closing costs, which the
Yeah,
traditional way without going new or without the incentive will be an extra 15 grand out of your pocket that you typically have to pay. Maybe a little less. We could talk about that later. But
yeah.
here's
A
your
lot of
primer.
times you'll see like 499 or 15K, but this one's both. This one's and.
Yep. 4, 8, 5, and 15K. That's huge.
Uh,
So this would be your primary bathroom. Get a good look at it. Once again, I would really say that this is competing with the entry level Lennar, DR, even some of Casa Fresca, as far as the price points go. And but I would still say that Taylor Morrison has a very good product. This is their simplified product here.
I kind of want to know how everybody feels about having a linen closet in the toilet room.
Oh man, let me pay attention and stop blabbing here. So here's your toilet room, aka the water closet. Man, I guess if you're doing so much with the minimal square footage that you have, you're gonna have one or two things that are like that. I don't know. I don't know if I'm opposed to that. I don't know. I really. What do you think about that? You
I'm
think it?
not a fan of it.
No.
When I walked in this bathroom. That was the first thing I was like, man, that's kind of weird.
It
But
is kind of weird.
uh,
It's
everybody's got their personal opinions.
but it's only weird if you think about it too much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think if you
do
think
like
about
I
it
do
too
like
much.
the L-shaped walk-in closet though. Like I did find that pretty cool, using as much space as you could to make it as big as you could.
Yeah, wow. Imagine trying to get back in there. Yeah, they've really tried to maximize every square foot of this home.
Yeah, yeah, that part they did do a good job with.
So let's talk about it. If you are somebody that wanted to purchase not just this home, but any home in this community, what do they require for as a deposit, right? So let's just talk about like what I did was put together some very simplified numbers for you all. Okay. It's not for this home. I just did $400,000 on an FHA loan, which is 3.5% down. That's going to put your down payment at $14,000. Remember, this particular home that we just showed you was a lot less than that, but just to make everything nice and even for you, 3.5% is your down payment for your loan. What they are requesting for a deposit is half of that. So about $7,000 is at the time of signing the contract, right? And what they do with that is they hold on to that to make sure that you're going to remain in this contract through the loan process. And then at closing, you have to pay them the remainder of that. Make sense? So about half of that. If you're doing a conventional loan right now, they're asking for about $10,000. And within 30 to 45 days, they're going to want the remainder of that, which is typically around closing time, unless you get into the home early. If this home is it's going to be ready within 3 months and they go through your loan process within 30 days, then they're going to want the remainder of that down payment, 5%, 10%, whatever it is. But let me not over confuse you here, okay? This is your interest rate on a national level, which is 7% right now, okay? If we were to go and check this out, $3,100 is, this is an estimate right here. I'm not a lender. I'm just plugging numbers into a mortgage calculator for you. So $3,100. And then if we were to go 4.85, we'll put your mortgage at 25 and some change, 25.89. That is a $531 a month difference. Okay. But what I wanted to show everybody is what your down payment would roughly be, which is about $14,000 on a $400,000 home if you're going FHA. Now, the difference between closing cost, I'll kind of let this ride while I'm talking about that. So I understand that it could be slightly difficult for people to understand what is closing cost and what is down payment. All right. Down payment is a non-negotiable. This is how much you have to pay for your loan. In this case, it's 3.5%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're doing an FHA loan, you have to pay that 3.5% down. Now, your closing costs are going to be an accumulation of a lot more fees that you have to pay. Your taxes up front, your annual taxes, they're going to put it all together in one payment for you to pay at closing. Your insurance, so let's say your insurance is $1,200 for the year. Your very first year, they're going to put it in your closing costs. So now you have your taxes, your insurance, whatever the lender's charging you for their loan. And then for new construction, you're also going to pay some of the title fees. So there's some little miscellaneous stuff in there. We can go over all of that. So down payment, 3.5%, non-negotiable. Closing costs are going to be an accumulation of taxes, insurance, loan fees. This is negotiable. It's owed, but now the builder can say, hey, you know what? I want to give you $15,000 so you can put it towards those negotiable closing costs for you. Okay, if that makes sense. So now you have a general idea of the difference between down payment and closing costs, and why with the incentives, getting your closing costs paid for are important, because that's saving you a bunch of money out of your pocket, $15,000 essentially out of your pocket, which is huge. So you're going to be saving $531 monthly plus $15,000 out of pocket, plus what it's going to cost you for your refrigerator, your stove, your washer, like all of those things add up. And that's why right now, like, we've been helping our clients get new construction, and it's been crushing it. It's been crushing it. Super helpful to, get in something like this with a warranty and a little bit of money out of pocket and a little bit of money monthly when you compare it to, your national average on things.
Absolutely.
So I would say this, with us, you're going to go through the entire process, right? From start to finish. We help people every day go under contract on homes. And that's kind of for us when the real work starts. We want to make sure that, like today, I was at a blue tape walkthrough, right? And we had to go through and make sure the functionality of the home was correct. We had to make sure that you see this little piece of blue tape right here on the wall. This is what you get to see during the blue tape walkthrough. You see this little blue tape right here, right? So you get to walk through the home, any, scratches or nicks, anything. And you would be surprised. a brand new home is never perfect when you go into the home, right? So we go through
No.
that. We make sure that we hold these builders accountable. You were at a walkthrough the other day at the community that was across the street from your other Taylor Morrison community, right? And you had to hold it down for some
Correct.
of our clients. Yeah. So, and it's never smooth. It is never smooth. Even that one right there, like we had to do some finessing with the builder to make it, to get it done, because they were trying to get our clients closed and then come back on the back end and fix the problems. And we were like, no, 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 no. Before we close, we want these things corrected. So, I feel like there's a lot of value that we bring after the contract is signed and you put down your deposit. And then, after you close, that's when the friendship really begins as well, right? Like we like to make sure that you have all of the vendors at your disposal. And we know that most of you are relocating. So we want to be the crutch that you can lean on for your service afterwards. So, damn, did I just rant? Not too
But
bad, huh?
I was just taking in. I was just taking in the lesson, man. I was just learning myself.
Sometimes this old coach, man, I could just take my whistle off and I could still play. I could still play a little bit. But what else? Do you have anything else for him, man? You want to hit him with anything, or you just gonna surprise him on the next video?
No, that's pretty much it for this one. I mean, like I said, anybody that loves nature, loves outdoors, just loves wildlife in general, this place it's must see. It is
For sure.
absolutely beautiful.
If you're in here, there's 3 people in here. There's 2 thumbs up. That third person, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up for me if you could. Also, in the comments down below, I would love to know where you're watching from. I want to get to know you all. The channel has been growing, right? So I have my main YouTube channel, which has been really doing well. I mean, I'm almost at 2,500 subscribers there, which is small compared to a lot of people. But this channel has been growing, and I want to make sure that we're putting a lot of effort into getting to know you all and answering your questions. So please, please, please do me a favor. You got to hit the thumbs up button. But more importantly, let's interact down in the comment section down below. I want to get to know you all. I want to see who's been watching and be able to, every video. Like I have a few people that comment every video, and I love going back and forth with them. So other than that, if you're ready to make the move, hey, look above. You see that little 863 number in that team at More FLA floating above? That right there, that is going to take you to the promised land. I promise you that. Okay. But yeah, that's it. That's it for this episode. We will catch you all tomorrow. We appreciate you tuning in.
Later.